Everything about the airplane signifies a flat earth and not a sphere of water. Let us first look at the etymology of the word airplane. We can start by taking a look at the prefix air. Now, what is air? Air is a colorless, odorless, tasteless mixture of invisible gaseous substances surrounding the earth. It's a mixture mainly of 21% oxygen and 78% nitrogen. Air is also called our atmosphere. Air is a transparent optical medium that allows light to travel through in the form of electromagnetic waves, and sound is energy made by vibrations that is able to travel through air. Remember, air is our atmosphere. And as human beings, we live at the bottom of this invisible oceanic layer of mixed gases called the atmosphere, aka our air. So now that we broke down the prefix of the word airplane, which was air, we'll now deal with the suffix of the word airplane, which is the word plane. So let's get into it. Let's break down the word plane. Now, a plane is a flat surface on which a straight line joining any 2 points on it will wholly lie. A plane is completely level and flat. Words that are synonymous with plane include flat, level, horizontal, even, smooth, soar, glide, float, drift, etc. I want everyone to do an experiment. Ask as many people as possible, what is a plane? Or to define the word plane. Notice the answers you'll receive. Many people associate the word plane for the aircraft that's called an airplane. So now let's take a look at the word aircraft, since most people associate the word plane with the word airplane. So what is an aircraft? An aircraft is a vehicle for traveling through air. It is a machine capable of flight. The reason why many people associate the word plane with airplane is because of psychology. You see, in society, there's a tendency to use the word plane in association with the word airplane, so much so that people don't even think of what the actual word plane mean. They don't even realize that the word airplane is derived from the two words that we broke down, air and plane. And those two words make up our existence. That is our atmosphere, air, and the earth in which we live on, a plane. The word airplane was coined in this manner because we live on an extended plane, and the aircraft we use to travel through our atmosphere, our air, needs to be able to successfully land on our earthly plane for flight to be possible. So here we have a flight crew that's successfully landing an airplane over an extended stationary plane. Now, why am I using the word stationary? Because they say that we live on a globe, a sphere of water that's spinning, rotating on an axis. Now, these are things people believe. These aren't things people can actually prove. So I don't believe in the notion that we live on a ball of water spinning on an axis. Because the reason why we can fly airplanes, the reason we can fly an aircraft through the air over an extended stationary plane is because the earthly plane that we live on is just that, stationary. It's still. There's no way these airplanes can be designed to land on anything with a curve, anything moving. That's just not the existence. That's not the reality of our life. So I have to give you these visuals. I have to break down the etymology of the word airplane so you can understand where the word airplane comes from. Because most people associate the word plane with airplane and they're not synonymous. Most people don't even realize where the word airplane comes from. It's an aircraft that flies through the air over an extended stationary plane. And as you see how these pilots are landing on a non-movable surface. The surface is not moving, it's stationary. How do you know? Go outside and walk on it. You know it's not moving. And you know when you get on something that is moving. Now, why does this matter? It's because those that are aware of the truth knows that an airplane cannot land on a sphere of water called a globe. The aircraft we use to fly in, known as an airplane, was given its name solely based on the reality of our existence. The craft must be able to fly through air and successfully land on a plane. Thus, we have the term airplane. Now, breaking down the word airplane is just the beginning of using this aircraft to debunk the globe of spinning water. There is technology that airplanes, and most importantly, pilots must use to have successful flights, especially at the rate in which we are accustomed to having. Flight is the safest form of traveling, and without using flat earth technology, we would have airplanes flying into countries and cities, crashing into homes, buildings, and other things that occupy the earth's surface. So what is this flat earth technology that I'm speaking of? It is called the attitude indicator. Each pilot is handed a 6-pack, and I ain't talking about a 6-pack of their finest beer or IPA, but a 6-pack of flight instruments. All airplanes, I repeat, all airplanes are equipped with these 6 instruments of flight. The attitude indicator is flat earth technology that informs the pilot of the orientation of the aircraft relative to the horizon. So it must be correct at all times, regardless of the plane's movements. The attitude indicator is one of the 6 basic flight instruments found in any cockpit. At a glance, it gives the pilot a clear picture of the aircraft's relative position to the Earth's horizon. With one simple dial, the pilot can see whether the plane is climbing, banking, or descending. Now, why is this important? It's important because this is flat earth technology. If your pilot doesn't master this flat earth technology called the attitude indicator, you're sure to die in flight. That's just a fact. The attitude indicator is not spherical technology. It's flat earth technology. It's not designed to operate in a sphere or on a sphere, since NASA and everybody that follows NASA says we live on a globe. The attitude indicator is flat earth technology, not spherical technology. It's not designed to operate in or on the sphere. The attitude indicator gives the pilot a clear picture of the aircraft's relative position to the Earth's horizon. The horizon is flat. Remember, the word plane is synonymous with horizontal. We went over that earlier. So that's why the attitude indicator in this aircraft called an airplane is designed to match the horizon of the plane of the earth we live on. It's an artificial horizon. So let's take a deeper look at the attitude indicator. So when you take a look at the attitude indicator, you can clearly see the sky. You can see the atmosphere, our air. Just below, you see the horizon, the white line, then you see the orange crosshairs. All that contributes to the gyro horizon, or what they call the artificial horizon within the attitude indicator. Just below the orange crosshairs and the white line, the horizon, is our land, our plane, the earth. Now, just looking at this technological device, this flat earth technology, you see the air, right? You see the blue sky, that's our air. Then you see the brown portion, that's our plane, the earth. That's where the term airplane comes from. The blue part is the air, the brown part is the plane. Air plus plane, airplane. That aircraft flies through the air over an extended stationary plane. Now, when you take a look at the attitude indicator and you juxtapose it with the Hebrew cosmology, this is where we get deep. As you see in the Hebrew ancient cosmology, you can clearly see the sky. You can see the firmament. It matches the attitude indicator. You will see the horizon, the earth, the land. You will see the great deep, which is identical in the attitude indicator. And if you take a very close look at the sky in both the attitude indicator and the Hebrew ancient cosmology, you can clearly see how the two pics are identical, where there's a crack right through the top portion, the center portion of both pictures. Now, when you look at the pic related to the ancient Hebrew cosmology, you can clearly see that crack in the top portion of the firmament, the sky, is called the gateway of heaven. It leads to the heavens of heavens. It leads to God. Now, why does that match the attitude indicator? Take a very good look at the attitude indicator in the top portion of it, where it clearly mimics the gateway of heaven, which we clearly see depicted in the ancient Hebrew cosmology. Now, why does this matter? Because the ancient Hebrew cosmology is just one of many ancient cosmologies that always talked about how the earth was flat. I'll save a discussion of what those other ancient cosmologies that discuss the earth to be flat for a later video. However, this video is dedicated solely to letting everybody know how the airplane debunks the globe and debunks the notion that we live on a sphere of water spinning on an axis, rotating around the sun. With all that movement, trust and believe, flying an airplane would not be the safest way to travel at all if we had to land on a movable object known as a globe. So as you see, the attitude indicator is equivalent to flat earth ancient technology. Remember, the attitude indicator informs the pilot of the orientation of the aircraft relative to the horizon. I don't make this up. I didn't design the airplane. I didn't design the technology to make sure the airplane is able to operate safely. Okay? It says that the attitude indicator, all right, informs the pilot of the orientation of the aircraft relative to the horizon. So it must be correct at all times, regardless of the plane's movements. The horizon is not talking about a sphere or anything spherical. That technology was designed to match the flatness of the plane we live on. It's the sole reason, I repeat, it is the sole reason why the attitude indicator and the airplane is identical to that of ancient flat earth cosmology. Now, there are other ancient cosmologies that depict the flat earth, and most of our technology parallels the flat plane that is the reality of our existence. As you can see here in this video, this aircraft is flying through the air across an extended stationary plane. There's nothing moving about the earth we live on. A plane is not a vehicle that travels through air. A plane is a flat terrain, a terrain that is flat. Now, I wish one of y'all would try to debunk that. Now, as you see the attitude indicator in the center of this video, the pilot is using that to land this plane at night. You wonder why they can land these planes at night, as well as in inclement weather and other extreme conditions. These pilots can successfully and efficiently fly and land these planes because of the flat earth technology that assisted in the creation of the airplane. Now, the attitude indicator isn't the only universal flat earth technology that we as humans benefit from. In future videos, I'll address the other ancient cosmologies and flat earth technologies that aid us in our everyday lives. However, in the conclusion of this video, there's one thing I want everybody to understand. People that defend the globe make claims that there are not any flat maps that scale the world with accuracy. Well, if people that defend the globe say that we don't have flat maps that accurately depict the world, then consider this as we conclude. In a discussion of flat earth, we must remember that in travel, nobody uses a globe. You don't see pilots using globes to travel. You don't see captains of ships using globes to navigate the waters. You don't see train operators using globes to navigate the railways. And last but not least, we obviously damn sure don't use globes when we hop in our whips and ride off into the horizon. Now again, why don't we use globes to travel? Well, the answer to that question is quite simple. Because damn it, we don't live on no globe. We live on the plane. This is SmashDaLikeTV, here to stimulate your mind and stimulate your brain. I'm here to encourage everybody to be critical thinkers instead of being lames. Everybody make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can receive the updates for upcoming videos. And most importantly, smash that like button. This is SmashDaLikeTV, so please smash that like button for me. Your brother is out of here like Vladimir. Peace.